What's going on YouTube? It is your boy Jesse Almeida here on YouTube and on Beantown Takes, and today we got our second video of the day. I am doing a triple upload today, so this is the first time ever on this channel that I am doing a triple upload because we had huge breaking news in the Boston sports world today from two teams. I covered a little bit of the other team earlier while I was at work. I went out back for a second to get my raw reaction on it right when that news broke. And then I said in that video there that I would cover the second news when I got home from work. So that's this video here. Patrice Bergeron, at 10 o'clock this morning, has made the statement that he is retiring from the game of hockey. He is no longer playing hockey anymore, and he has retired as a Boston Bruin. It's unfortunate. It's a very sad day here as a Boston Bruins fan. Alongside with that, I wish he had one more cup with us. I wish he had one more. Last year was the golden opportunity to get that, and it just didn't happen. Patrice Bergeron will go down as one of the greats to play in the Garden, whether it's the Boston Garden or in the TD Garden. He will go down as one of the greatest Bruins to ever play the game. It's unfortunate that we didn't get another one with him. I wish we had more than one Stanley Cup with him. But Patrice Bergeron is one of my favorite Bruins of all time. Actually, I'll be honest, he is my favorite Bruin of all time. I mean, you could say Bobby Orr and all that, but like I didn't get to watch Bobby Orr. I grew up watching Patrice Bergeron ever since I was a little kid. I had so many memories in terms of meeting Patrice Bergeron, in terms of games that I got to see him play. One of the best moments, though, I will say, that I have had with meeting Patrice Bergeron was when I was a little kid. He actually did a signing at the town where I live in. I was maybe 12, maybe a little bit older than that. He just scored a game-winning goal the night prior. I'm in line, all my friends to the side, they are watching the scene while I know what's going on. He signs my picture. I say to him, nice game winner. You're my favorite player. I appreciate what you've done. And he had a huge smile on his face. He had a huge smile on his face. And he said, thank you, buddy. I appreciate it. And he shook my hand. He said, what's your name? And I gave him my name and all that. And he said, I appreciate the support. Hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Just something small like that. Bergeron was big with the fans. He loves Boston. This is like his second home. I know it was very hard for him to write this statement of his to retire because he loves the game, he loves Boston, he loves the Bruins organization. But trust me, this is a pain for all of us fans also. This is a pain for all of us also. And then the second time I got to meet him, you guys saw it on this channel here. I was starstruck again. Actually, that was the third time I met him. The second time I met him was when he was out front at Fenway. They were doing a fundraiser or whatever. I forget what it was. I'll throw that picture in here maybe. If not, I'll throw it on my community page so you guys can check that out. But that was the second time I got to meet him, and he was cool as hell there also. The third time was on this channel here this past season. I had some sort of feeling that he might be retiring and this might be his last season. So I was thinking, man, I got one more chance. This is my guaranteed one last chance to meet him. And I gotta do it. And I'm glad I did it. Because now I have a nice Patrice Bergeron signed jersey hanging up over here. And I got to meet him one last time before he retired. So that means the world to me that I got to meet him at least one more time before his career ended. And I just can't wait until his number gets retired in the rafters, man. I will definitely be there for sure. This is my favorite Bruin of all time. I have to be in the building for that. No ifs, ands, or buts. There's no way around it. I have to be there. Bergeron, in his entire career with the Bruins, scored 427 goals. He had 613 assists, 1,040 points. He had a plus-minus of 289. And he played over 1,000 games in his career. He was a Stanley Cup winner, a 6-time Selke Trophy winner. And alongside with that, he was the 2012-2013 King Clancy Memorial Trophy winner. And then in 2020 and 2021, he was the Mark Messier, I'm sorry if I butchered the name, Leadership Award winner, which is basically like your Bill Russell award in the NBA or whatever, like for your community service and this, that, blah, blah, blah. What was the best game that I've ever seen Patrice Bergeron play? This is very easy. This is 1,000% easy. It has to be Game 7 of the 2013 playoffs against the Toronto Maple Leafs. That big comeback. I was in the building that night, and that had to have been one of the best nights for me at the Garden in terms of the Boston Bruins. One of the best Bruins games that I've ever been to in my entire life. I remember it like yesterday. I know I say it all the time when I'm on my live streams. Next day I went to school. Our English teacher was bragging that he was there. And then all the other kids pointed right at me saying we had one of ours there also. Pretty much shoving it up saying, hey, you weren't the only one that was in the building. One of us was there also. I know I'm rambling about myself on and on and on and on. But you guys got to understand also, I grew up watching this player. I can't even imagine what life's going to be without Patrice Bergeron on this team. It hasn't really sunk in yet. It's a very sad day for me, 1,000%. But I'm going to read a little bit of his statement that he put out on the Boston Bruins website and see what he has to say. It must have been very hard for him to write this. And I'm sorry if I read slowly and all that, but I don't want to talk fast, for sure. I just want to take my time and not mess this up or whatever. What he has to say in his little statement as he is retiring from the NHL. He says, when I was around 12 years old, a teacher asked everyone in my class to write about our dreams. For me, my dream was already clear, to become a professional hockey player. I was probably a little naive growing up, because in my mind, this dream was never a question of if, but when it would happen. The path to my dreams coming true was not easy. I faced adversity, made so many sacrifices, but throughout it all, my love for the game only grew and my determination to achieve my goals always remained strong. For the last 20 years, I have been able to live my dream every day. I have had the honor of playing in front of the best fans in the world wearing the Bruins uniform and representing my country at the highest level of international play. I have given the game everything that I have had physically and emotionally, and the game has given me back more than I could have ever imagined. It is with a full heart and a lot of gratitude that today I am announcing my retirement as a professional hockey player. As hard as it is to write, I also write it knowing how blessed and lucky I feel to have had the career that I have had, and that I had the opportunities to leave the game I love on my terms. It wasn't a decision that I came to lightly, but after listening to my body and talking with my family, I know in my heart that this is the right time to step away from the game I love. I mean, from right there talking about that, I kind of figured, especially after when he got hurt again for the second year in a row, his body's got to be telling him something. Not like Bergeron to sit out in a playoff game. He sat out 4 playoff games this year. And then when he came back, he was a minus on the ice. Which is very rare for Patrice Bergeron to be a minus on the ice in the playoffs. It's just not like him. Something was definitely up with Bergeron when he came back in the playoffs. So at that point right there, you had to have been nervous of what was to come for his future. And people that night in that Game 7, when he went on the ice all alone to tip to the fans, tip his tip to the fans, whatever, fans had to have thought in the back of their heads, this is probably it. I wanted to hold out hope and say, maybe bringing Luch, reuniting the band one more time, maybe he would say, okay, I'm going to come back for one more year. But especially after he got hurt. I kind of saw it coming, but it did hurt. But especially with the fact where he got hurt, I would understand why he would leave the game at that point. I also know that none of this was possible on my own, and I would like to humbly take this opportunity to acknowledge some people who helped me achieve my goals and who made my career so special. From my minor hockey days in Quebec City all the way through major junior I'm not even going to try and pronounce that. There were so many coaches, teammates, and parents who helped me fall in love with hockey. Thank you for laying the groundwork on what became a lifelong passion. In 2003, the Bruins drafted me, and from the moment I put my draft sweater on, everyone in the organization believed in me. I want to thank the Jacobs family, team management, coaches, trainers, support staff, team doctors, psychologists, scouts, and TD Garden staff. The commitment of this group of people and constant support on and off the ice made wearing the black and gold so special every day. One of the best parts of pulling on the Spoke B jersey is the incredible history of the franchise. The players that came before me always welcomed me with open arms and were always there with encouragement to listen and help better understand the traditions and responsibilities that come with playing for the Bruins. While not always easy, I always try to best understand the part of being a professional hockey player, including the responsibilities to the media who help tell our story to the fans. I enjoyed getting to know some of you personally over the years, and I always appreciated being covered fairly and the job that the media did telling the story of our team. Over the last 20 years, I've had the honor of taking the ice with so many great teammates. I've had to learn from each and every one of you, and I always tried to be the best teammate that I could be. I will never forget your trust, the laughs, the endless memories, the ups and downs, and ultimately, the long-lasting friendships. I will forever be grateful being a part of such an exceptional group of men, and I will carry the pride of winning in 2011 with me forever. The amazing people of New England welcomed a young French Canadian who didn't speak great English, and you treated me like one of your own. I can't imagine representing a better community or more passionate fan base than the Boston Bruins. Your passion, your dedication, and your kindness towards me and my family will never be forgotten. Please know that every time I took the ice, I tried to compete for you the right way. And off the ice, I tried the best that I could to give back to the community that supported me. The connections and friends that my family and I have made are unquantifiable. Boston is and will forever be a special place for me and my family. This is hard, man. I'm not gonna lie, this is really hard to read also. This wasn't hard for you to write. This is hard for me to read also. He goes on to thank his family and friends, obviously. And he also gives a little bit of advice to the next generation of hockey players. Then he concludes with saying, "As I step away today, I have no regrets. I have only gratitude that I lived my dream, and excitement for what is next for my family and I. I left everything out there, and I'm humbled and honored it was representing this incredible city and for the Boston Bruins fans." Wow, man. It's really over, bro. I always knew, like, these guys would retire at one point or not be a part of your favorite teams. But this is one of the pieces of childhood that is leaving me today. And if you're around my age, which I'm 24, pretty much 25, and you have some love for this game of hockey, you're feeling something today. You're definitely feeling something today. Don't be upset that it's over. Be grateful that it happened. That's how I'm going to close out this video. Thank you to Patrice Bergeron for all of the love and support and for everything that he's done for the city of Boston. You, Patrice Bergeron, will forever be a Boston Bruin great. And I can't wait to see this number 37 up in the rafters. Thumbs up if you guys enjoyed these videos. Subscribe now if you guys are new. You guys know what to do. Go check out our website. The link's in the description down below. Definitely an article for Bergeron coming very soon. And by very soon, I mean this weekend. I am going to be on that like that. Because he deserves it coming out right away. Thank you guys for watching. It's been your boy Jesse. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Later, guys.